Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, this is going to be a video to show you how to build your Great Hall. How do you get your Great Hall looking like this and not some of those shady bronze ones that I see in some of my videos. Right now, there's no better time to be building your Great Hall. The arena is a farce, it's a mess. Doesn't matter if you're free to play, doesn't matter if you've been playing the game for a month, doesn't matter if you've been playing the game for a year. It's the easiest it's ever been to build your Great Hall. So I'm going to show you some different techniques of teams that will be able to get you there, how you build them. I'll show you my free to play as well as my main account so that you can see it's not just all about the gear and the Great Hall I've already got. So I think we're going to start with what I think is the fastest way to earn your medals up here. And then we're going to go through kind of respective teams that can kind of speed their way through the arena. So the first team I'm going to show you is Speed Lead. What you need to do is you need to tone this down for your level of play. Okay, so if you're just scraping the barrel of the gold fours, then the same rules apply, but you just tone it down to your gear. Okay, so we're going for a Speed Lead. Arbiter is my lead of choice. And I've got on my Arbiter the fastest gear I own. She is as fast as she can possibly be. Every single piece of gear that she's wearing is as fast as my gear can be. So I glyphed it to the max as much as I can, even though I don't want her to be in crit damage gloves. She's in crit damage gloves. Guess why? Because they're the fastest gloves I own. That's why. So she's in the fastest gear I own right across the board, and the banner is the fastest banner I own. This one's an accuracy one. If the fastest banner I owned was an attack one, that's the one she would wear. Every time I get a new banner which could outroll this one, I roll it to see if I land the right stuff. Ones like this, roll double attack. I want to cry, and then I go over my day. So yeah, you want her in the fastest possible gear you can get. That same rule is going to apply for the first three teams that I show you. The first three. And then we're going to show you an alternative if for somehow you just cannot win a speed race. We're going to show you how to try and combat that as well. So first one then is a Speed Lead into an ally attack. My ally attack of choice is Longbeard. Now I have to speed tune my team so that my ally attack always goes if my Arbiter wins the race. And with the current arena meta, you should win the race all the time if you've got your Speed Lead in the fastest gear. So I use a tool which is currently on Deadwood Jedi's site and a bunch of other sites actually. It's a tool that was invented by Zombie Lord, good man. And what this does, you plug into this tool. I'll link it below. You plug in that Arbiter is your lead. You plug in that Arbiter's going to go first. And then you tell the tool how fast your Arbiter is. See, so I'm 351, and I'm going to use my A3 ability on Arbiter. So they're the main things I need to plug in. I then say that my second champion that I want to go is Longbeard. And you don't even care what he uses at this point. For this ability, you just need to know that if your Arbiter's at 351, your Longbeard needs to be at 269. If your Arbiter or your Gordrab, whoever, is at 255, then you know that your Longbeard needs to be at 187. And that way they'll never be cut. That's the idea. So make sure that you speed tune your second person so that they don't get cut. So my Longbeard is speed tuned above what I need, 276. And then I run into two AoE damage dealers. So I have got a Skull Crown. You notice that mine are in immunity gear, so I don't have to worry about Tormans. I've got a Skull Crown. Look how slow she is. 107 speed. She's purely built to do as much damage as I can get her to do in immunity gear. High attack, high crit rate, or 100% crit rate, and as high a crit damage as I can get. I don't care about a single other stat than those three. Speed, couldn't care less. So I'm in like crit damage gloves, I'm in attack percent chest, I'm in attack percent boots, and I'm looking for just like crit damage and crit rate rolls everywhere. Crit damage on the amulet, attack on the ring, attack on the banner. That's all I'm looking for. As much attack, crit, and crit rate as I could get. And then I've got a Skull Crown who is built exactly the same as that. So again, don't care about the speed. I just want high attack, high crit rate, high crit damage. And this is known as a blender comp. You can replace the AoE damage dealers, but why this is so useful and so solid with these champions is because Skull Crown hits twice if somebody's got high health, and Sinacia hits twice if people have got low health. Longbeard makes all of them do 20% more damage. So the idea here is Arbiter gives us the speed lead, gives us increased attack. We go AoE, 4 big hits, and then I've just got to wait for this guy in particular, his unkillable to wear off. I'm not worried about that, and I move on. So the speed that you farm medals with this type of team is actually, I think, the quickest in the game. I don't think there's a quicker way to farm medals than this. So I've got better teams that I can build than this, but I haven't got better teams for speed farming medals than this. I've done a different video, which I will, I'll ping it above now, which gives you different options for these roles in terms of who could go here, who could be your first nuker, who could be your second nuker. There's actually quite a lot. There's a lot of options, but these are, I think, best case scenario in terms of always putting out that damage. Look at that. Between them, we're hitting for about 160,000 damage between the two people hitting twice. Basically between 20 and 40k per strike. The one watch out for this type of team is if you're not in immunity gear and you're going against a Tormund, you could get frozen. If you are going against something like a Valkyrie in a team, she could push your turn meter back and mean that you still go second. And if you're going against a team with big shields, like a big Krisk, that can sometimes throw out your team. But you can see how fast I'm farming medals here without even worrying. And this is just, bam, get my 10 arena fights done. No problem at all. Again, someone like a Skull Crown with an unkillable, you wish your Arbiter would just go A2, clean the unkillable, and then we kill her. But no, she wants to keep doing the A1s and stuff. Weird AI. Anyway, that's Team 1. So Team 1 is the Blender. Blender comp. I did not invent this comp, but I use it because it's good and I share it with you guys because it's awesome. So Team 1's Blender. Team 2 is going to be speed into nuke. Okay? So what you would do here is you'd have, again, Arbiter is my speed lead of choice, but I will push Arbiter into a second speed champion. So Lissandra is my second speed champion of choice because she's awesome at it. But if you've got High Katoon and High Katoon goes into Apothecary, it's doing the same thing. So don't be like, legendaries, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. I'm showing you the rules of how it works, not the champions you should use. Use your champions that work for you. But if we go back to this calculator, we go Arbiter into Lissandra. Bam. Lissandra's going to use her A2. So if my Arbiter is at 351, which she is, I need my Lissandra to be at least 265. In this scenario, you do need to put who's going next. So next in this comp is going to be someone who's going to drop defense. For me, I'm going to use actually Lydia. I don't know if Lydia's even in here. She's not. So let's pretend it's Venus. So it tells me if I use Lissandra, must be RA3. If I use Arbiter boosting turn meter, then Lissandra boosting turn meter and reducing the enemy's turn meter, I think these numbers are actually off because it should be way less than this. I think that the speed calculator at the moment doesn't understand that we're also pushing back the enemy's turn meter. So you then go into your decreased defense champion and then you go into some form of nuke champion. So for me, I'll probably show you Foley because he's awesome. So yeah, okay, so once I put them all in, it changes. So 207, 209, and it shows me what speeds I need for the whole team. So in this setup, we go speed, into drop defense, into damage. Not in Dragon. Speed, into drop defense, into damage. It's another fast comp. So she's going to be my drop defense. Lissandra is going to be my second speed. And then Foley or Ethos or whoever I want really is going to be my damage dealer. So again, it's a fast comp. And the reason why I've chosen Venus or Lydia here or Stag Knight or Tyrell, any of those guys ahead of Madame is because this is speed farming. Yeah, if you are looking to manually fight and you need to manually fight to get your medals, Madame Cerise is way better than Lydia at doing this. But because Madame is a joke on auto, I use Lydia for auto to do this job. And you'll see what we're doing is we get a massive initiative over the enemy. These are all joke teams anyway, but I'll show you for the sake of showing you this a bit slowed down. So we're boosting our turn meter. We're way ahead anyway, but we boost our turn meter. Lissandra, what she's actually doing is she's boosting our turn meter, and she's going to drop theirs down as well at the same time. See that? All of their turn meters went backwards. We then drop defense, which makes our nukes land harder. And then we bring in the damage and sit down the enemy. So really good strat if you just want to, again, make sure that you speed farm and you win the race, basically. So bam, 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 down they go. Easy job. Obviously, these teams are a joke, but the rules still apply. The rules still apply. So speed, into drop defense, into nuke. You could do speed, and then just go double nuke. Double nuke can work. So I prefer drop defense and nuke because I just feel like it's a better overall chance of success. But you might just be like, you know what? These teams are so easy nowadays that I'm just going to go speed into speed and then bam, nuke. And then you've got a second nuke there as like a backup. So that also can work for this, but I prefer a drop defense strategy. So that's strategy 2. Let's go to strategy 3. Strategy 3 is speed into control. So again, the same rules apply. You put it into your calculator and you find out what speed your person who goes second needs to be. Control can be a number of things. It can be freeze, it can be stun, it can be drop turn meter, it can be daze. There's a whole host of different ways that you can control. But I really like freeze. So Shiramani's a good one. Gergo's a good one. Nephral is amazing for stun and turn meter. You've got people like Husk can come in and do an AoE stun. You've got, I think Luria does an AoE freeze. So you just need someone that does it to the whole team. AoE Fear is another pretty good one. It's not as strong. AoE Provoke is another good one. So someone like Angar coming in, provoking the whole enemy team. Or someone like Umbral is fantastic at this, coming in and provoking the whole enemy team. I think she's in my vault. Yeah, so you just need to make sure they're fast enough again, so you don't get cut in on. But Umbral's a really good person to do this. You go speed, you then provoke all of the enemy teams so that they can't do what they want to do, and then you lay your damage. So we're swapping the second champion in our lineup, which is a speed champion now, for someone who does something different. And in this instance, it's someone who controls the enemy team, which then enables your damage dealers tons of time again to get their work done. So you can actually have someone really slow speed and still get this job done. So here's the provoke. Obviously we kill them anyway because they're so weak, but you can see how quickly, again, we're farming medals without really any danger in the classic arena. So you can either go, similar to what we had last time, you can either go speed into provoke into drop defense into nuke, or you can go speed into provoke into double nuke. Either way is totally awesome and will win the day. If you don't have a provoke champion and you want to use a freeze, then freeze is equally as strong. Only thing you need to be aware of with freeze is that you do less damage, but it's also a complete lockout. Like with provoke, they're still hitting you. With freeze, they're doing nothing. They're standing there crying into their milk because they can't even move, and they lose a whole turn. So freeze is actually, even though you lose 20% of your damage, who cares? Because you've got another full turn cycle to get the job done. So as long as you've got someone that's consistently freezing, absolutely brilliant. Stun does the same thing. We're just going to work our way through these very easy pages that we seem to get all the time now. Stun does the same thing. So Nephril coming in with a stun or a turn meter drop is exactly the same benefit. I don't even know if she's going to get a go. She's not properly speed tuned on my one, but he will decrease turn meter by 75%, or he's got a chance to stun. So actually on auto he's going to do this. On manual you'd want him to do this, drop turn meter. But either way, he is a solid person to go second. And then this kind of role carries on. So anyone that does something on an AoE that controls the whole enemy team is brilliant for that spot. So we've done speed. We've done what we've done. Speed into speed. We've done speed into control. Let's show you a different technique now, and we've done the blender. That's it. The first one we done was a blender. So let's show you a technique if you're struggling to go first. Okay, so one really nice gear set which a lot of people don't use and don't understand is Frenzy. So Frenzy set, you get 10% turn meter for every 5% HP that you lose. Okay. Now, I've got my Shatterbones here, who is a speed control champion. What's he got? He's got the ability to drop turn meter, and he's got the ability to fill your turn meter. So everything about his kit is turn meter based. Now, with Frenzy, you have to be careful because it doesn't stop you from dying, right? Frenzy will not prevent you from being dead. So you need to put Frenzy on someone that is going to take a bit of damage, but can actually take a hit. I mean, ideally, I'd put him in a defense ring. Yeah, I want him to be a bit tanky or at least high health. So at the moment, his health's actually a bit too low. Because I got him in an attack percent chest. Because I don't really have a lot of Frenzy gear, quite honestly. But let's just see what I've got available here. So I could put him in an HP ring. Boost his HP and his defense up a touch. Same thing here. Get his HP up a bit more. So we're more like 30k. It's still low, to be honest. It's still low, but hopefully for the sake of what I'm showing you, you'll get the gist. So a good person for this is anyone who's going to boost your turn meter and stay alive. Okay? So anyone who can take a bit of a hit, has the ability in their kit to boost turn meter, and you think you can keep them alive. So some really good ones are Skartorsis is fantastic for this role. Mausoleum Mage is fantastic for this role because both of them have got the ability to boost your turn meter, and both of them have got the ability to take a hit. Shatterbones is a great person for it if you've got the gear to make this work. Maybe I'd be better off just throwing him in. Let me just see if I can tweak this a touch so that he's more relevant. So if I've got a speedy Frenzy piece like that, let's just see if I've got an HP speed chest. I'm sure I will. Like this. Just switch the gear around a touch. Okay. What's a juicy one? Right. So 39k, that's more like it. 2.6k defense. Hopefully he can take a hit. So the idea here is he's actually going to be my fastest built champion, or my second fastest. So it might be that your Arbiter's your fastest, or your High-Katoon or whatever. How fast is my High-Katoon? 249. He is what? 247. Perfect. Okay, so the idea is you want your High-Katoon to win the speed race. But let's just get past this page quick. But for whatever reason, she loses. She loses the initiative, and you have to go second. Now, what you're hoping for is that you actually take a hit and you push Shatterbones' turn meter into the lead. That's what you're hoping for. So we're going to be going Hypertune. Let's hope these teams are actually a little bit worthwhile so we can show this. So we're going to be going Hypertune as our lead here, Shatterbones as our second person, and then for the sake of making this work, we're going to go for that really slow Skull Crown that I showed you a minute ago. This one. It's a different slow Skull Crown, but they're both slow. And that really slow Sinacia as well. 126, yeah. So both of these are less than 130 speed. Let's hope this works for the sake of the video. But the idea is we don't go first. Bam, we don't. Hopefully we don't die. We died. Okay, so we're going to try and find a team where we don't go first, but hopefully we don't die. That's the rules. For those that are observant, I've already died once. Let's try this one. See the weak. I guess we'll try that one. I don't know if this is going to work. So I think my Shatterbones might be a bit too weak, but we'll try. So we didn't go first. They're coming at us. They're hitting our Hypertune. Hopefully, we take a hit, and our Shatterbones should be pushed into the lead. Yes, Shatterbones now has stolen the initiative. He's stolen the initiative. Jingle Hunter should have gone next. Shatterbones has stolen the initiative. If you remember, Hypertune is our fastest champion. Hypertune should be going first. But because of the Frenzy gear, we've stolen the initiative away. And now we can do one of two things. I can either drop their turn meter, or I can fill my own. I will 100% win if I drop their turn meter, because he'll actually just kill them himself. But for the sake of this, I'm going to show you this way round. I'm going to decrease their speed. I'm going to increase our speed. Then Hypertune gets the speed boost. He was already at 100. It's really difficult to show you these strats with such weird opponents in the arena right now. But hopefully this one will work. So we're actually faster. I'm going to pretend that we're not and just hit an A1 here. Even he's faster. What does his life come to when even he is faster? So I'm going to A1 again and just hope that someone hits us. Bam. We've got a bit of a turn meter gain. But we're so... I mean, we've got 126 speed champion here. Beating these guys to a race. What is going on with this arena? Okay, let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. We'll try one more. Come on, Checkmate. Give us something. Give us something to work with. Give me a chance to show this. We're still faster. We'll pretend we're not again. So their Arbiter... Oh, man. Come on. Their Arbiter's going to go. Skullcrunch and Anukas. Look how quickly we've gained our turn meter back there. He lost 50% of his health. For every 5% health you lose, you gain 10% turn meter. So losing 50% of his health has pushed his turn meter right up. And now we get to take the initiative and we say, hold on, boys. Drop your turn meter. Let our fellas in. And we're going to speed ourselves up, take the initiative, and see you later. So really interesting strat. Only it's quite niche, but it can give you a chance to do something if perhaps you cannot do it. If perhaps your account is not ready to do it. So I've shown all of this on my main account. I've shown all of this kind of working my way through pretty easy, weak source opponents. I'm going to show you just a little bit of how it works on my free-to-play account, where I'm also in Gold 4 Arena. Okay, then on to the free-to-play. It looks like finally an offer has arrived, guys. Look at this one. $99.99. If you want to spend 100 of your pounds, this is a really good offer. This is as good an offer as I've seen on Raid in a long, long time. So if you are looking to blow 100 before Christmas, this is the one. I'm actually going to pick this up on my free-to-play for the winner of the account. So for those that don't know, when I hit 100,000 subs on YouTube, I'm giving this bad boy away. So I'm going to be picking this up and dropping it in the loot stash along with the rest of the shards and stuff that I've been saving up. And and along with the other kind of legendaries and cool champs we've got on this account. So there'll be a few more goodies going into the pots. So what do I do then on my arena for free to play? I've got a level 50 high Katoon. Level 50 in mainly rare and average gear, really. Average gear. We've got double roll speed here, double roll speed here, double roll speed, double roll speed. I could roll this one again, and I should. Single roll speed without a glyph. What am I doing? With a glyph. Everything should have a glyph. Every single thing should have the best glyphs you've got. Speed boots. And then I don't even have a banner yet. I don't even have her as level 60. So she's my speed lead. And she's going at 251. So for anyone who says to me, I can't get the speeds. 251. Pretty much all of this has come from the market or from campaign. Okay? And it did not take me long. I haven't upgraded this gear in a while. This did not take me long. I do have her with Laura's Steel Mastery to get the extra speed boost, but 251. So she goes. I then go into my level 50 War Maiden, drop defense. Think back to the strategies I was talking about earlier. We go speed, drop defense, nuke. I could go speed into drop defense into nuke. And then I've got Chaos set up as my nuker in this team. So I'll show you exactly the same. Just give me a minute. Exactly the same style strategies that we were just working on my main account. This account's, I've just got the gold 4 rewards. I've dipped down to gold 3. I'm just going to blow my way up the ranks. So I normally do speed, drop defense, nuke, nuke. But I could do speed, drop defense, nuke as well as an option. I just want it to be a pretty handy auto team. That's what we're looking for. So actually, because he knows Cows is coming with a big nuke, he's not even bothered to speed us up anymore. So it's just the same sort of thing. Fast farm. That's what we're doing. Don't put that. This is probably my best team. I could also put Maneater up front. Maneater is quite a nice one because he's already fast because he's in my unkillable team, and he will put unkillable on my team. So that's the first thing he's going to do, is just throw an unkillable out there. So obviously it's a bit slower on the free to play because sometimes you come up against these tanks, and I just don't really have a setup that's going to speed farm a tank. But ultimately, we still win the fight. 20 odd seconds, get my medals, and keep going. And for my free-to-play account, obviously the Great Hall's a massive priority. So every day we come in, we do a bit of the old free-to-play grind, and bam, we get ourselves some medals. And it's very easy in the arena right now. It's so rare that I come up against a page that I cannot just decimate right the way down. All of this page, 3 wins. So if you've come up against a page where it's really hard, wait 15 minutes, come back, and try again. Look at this one. This team power is like way above my team power. Free win. 114k against 87k. No problem, because my comp is set up right. So, look guys, I hope that is helpful. I hope one of those strategies is going to work for you. I can't believe it if it doesn't, because at the moment the arena is so damn easy. Make sure you farm your Great Hall. Get yourself a Great Hall which is golden, and you will find the rest of the game tons easier. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you soon.